Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen. It's Christelle Martinette here, and I'm here with another reading that starts on the 15th for the second half of May. And I just want to show you the cards I'll be using for these readings. I've taken up this period the cards of the New Orleans Voodoo Tarot that I've used consistently for a long period of time, but for the past couple of months I haven't. Beautiful, beautiful cards, one of my favorite decks. And since not many people out there know how to read them, it's difficult for you. Some people think that they're very dark cards, and they are not. It's a different culture, really. I temper that with another tarot deck, and they work very well together, which is the Angel Tarot. They seem to work very well together. They lighten each other up, and what emerges is a very particular message. And then, of course, I'll be using my Vera Sibilla cards, and they are the protagonists in my readings always. And, of course, the runes. And I again have this reading, the antler runes, that I can see very well on camera. They're easier to see. And I'll cast them at the very end. I just wanted to say that I've been having a lot of consultations with people interested in soul therapy, and it's been going extensively well. And why I need to put in my 2 cents here is that I've said this to people who have been coming in for an archetypes reading. The hair on my arms stands on end when I work with clients in soul therapy for the amount of precision and it's uncanny, and the actual result that it has on people, the amount of healing that takes place. And I just wanted to open the floor for that. Because some people who come in, they're a little bit embarrassed to talk about themselves and talk about their issues. And soul therapy is a way of circumventing that. It's even better than the card reading in the sense that it's not a therapy session where you come in and you talk about your problems with a psychotherapist. It's giving me 4 bits of information, and I do the work, and we come into a session, an extended session, and I tell you what I find. And then the story comes out, and you make heads of and tails of what I tell you, and it seems a different way toward healing. It's quite interesting, and I'm very at ease with working with the invisible world. I feel it's part of my nature. It's part of my own soul group of origin, where I straddle the invisible and the visible world. I do a lot of channeling, and there too my hair stands on end when I do channeling and mediumship. So for those of you who are interested in contacting people from the past who have moved on, the sessions are very, very interesting. So that said, let's go on to the reading, ladies and gentlemen. Hi Aries, this is Christelle Martinette, and I'm here with, I think I'm coming down with a cold. So you might I might sound to you that I have this heavy nasality. So let me see what's in store for you, Aries, for the second half of May, from the 15th onwards to the end of the month for you, Aries. Wow. What can I say? Well, I'm going to say, I'm going to say something. Look, Aries, I have you as, let me show you the cards here. This is the the Pedro card Mambo. Then I have Rada Erzuli. Then I have the Congo Laplace. The Santeria Oriete. And the Couché, their equivalent of the ninth Major Arcana Couché. And with the Angel Tarot, I have the Wheel of Fortune, the Two of Pentacles, more wheels, the Fool, the Two of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. Right off the bat, I see that the choice has been made by you, Aries. The focus cards, excuse me, I really do feel like I'm coming down with a cold. It feels like it doesn't feel like, it looks like precisely that you've made a choice. You've made a choice for a new beginning. And the new beginning has to do with love, and you're risking it. You're putting yourself on the line. That's very clear here. But it seems to be a calculated risk, Aries, because how can I put it without offending anyone? I mean, I'm an Aries myself. Whereas you were always interacting with me, myself, and I am the one that I can take, and I know my faults, and I. What you've done now is taken a choice to interact on a very not strong basis. I don't want to say strong, but you've made the choice to start interacting in you know, contagoce, with an eye, what do you call that in English, for eye drops? You know, you put the eye drops, tink, tink, 1, 2, 3, interaction, but you've made that decision. Now, you know, like I said, it's a risk. You know you're taking a risk, and you've been preparing for this risk. But, you know, this pair is telling me that it is going to be a risk that pays off highly to you. Now, what's been lying dormant with the couché and the tranquility and the waters that run deep and all of that is now blossoming into a full-fledged passion. But it's not only a passion, you see. This is a love. It's the beginning of love, you know. And it's not the beginning of love. It is again. It seems to be a karmic cycle coming out again, if I can call it that way. I'm going to use my Vera Sibilla to get some more details on this. And as we started out, we started saying that there was a conscious decision on your part to make, to start up again. You wanted to take not the initiative. It's not that you were taking the initiative, but it really is a conscious decision by you to know you're walking into the new beginning. You know, you're walking into that new beginning. I'm going to take 3 cards on the focus, 2 focus cards here. And in the second half of May, okay, so we're talking about the second half of May, I have here malinconia, I have dispiacere, this melancholy nostalgia, this sadness, and allegrezza al cuore. And for us to come to this happiness in the heart, these two are being, you know, cathartic. They're just they're coming out of your body. All of that sadness, all of the past, all of the thoughts of the past. It's as if you're draining your body of any kind of negativity left, because what you have chosen and it is an act of choice, is to be happy, happiness in the heart. I'm going to take a few more here in the pairing, the actual risk-taking of the coming together. Yeah, okay. Now, we've got the risk. What is the risk? This is a priest, sacerdote. Disgrazia, disgrace, the house on fire, and let's see where I can put that. And nemica, the female enemy. And what the choice is all about, and what the risk is all about, is the idea that, okay, do I want to compromise my current status of being a single person, or in any case of being in some form of control? Do I want to compromise that? Because you understand full well that it could cost you, not only cost you in terms of your broken heart, you know, having the possibility of having a broken heart, but your self-esteem in terms of a relationship with another person. And the notion that potentially there could be a third party in there and you don't even know. And you're acting as if devil may care, I'm doing it. It's, you know, it's not even at this point, it seems to me, yes, it's a conscious choice. All right, we could say it's a conscious choice. But there's something that has brought you there, almost out of, not from your will, as if something's pushing you to act in a certain way. Now, the fundamental notion of change here, and when it came about that you've decided, me, myself, and I is going to be me and you, these cards are telling me, this is Costanza, Our Lady Constance here, the male lover, and l'amante, and death, morte. And they're telling us that from a status of dormancy, where the love of your life, or the love that you felt, is whatever we could use those expressions, twin flame, soul mate, all of them, you know, there's so many there. And here, it is the constancy, the stability of nothing that made you enact a situation that would shuffle the waters a little bit, would give you some kind of something to think about. Let's throw a pebble in the sand, in the water, so that we'll see the ripples. What kind of ripples will come my way? But it's very timid. It's a timid decision-making process here. And they are talking about risk, all of them. And the angel tarot here are telling you, you're doing the right thing, you're doing the right thing, love is in your life, you're coming into love. And what I'm seeing here is that, first of all, we have the amica, the friend. Then we have the stanza, the room, and ammalato, the ill one. Now, there are two issues that you were afraid of in the risk-taking. First of all, that time would not be on your side. You know, this is not the right time for time. You know, the timing is not right. I'm trying to take the sound down. It's not the right time. And you felt that it would be leaving you like this. But what do we have? We've got the Two of Cups there. And the coucher here, the coucher and the Ace of Wands, you know, still waters run deep. What can I say? Amore, love. Stability. Denaro, denari. And this is an institutionalized bond here. And pensiero, thought. It is as if both parties have come together in such a natural way. They are on the same wavelength. They're on the same thought pattern. They're even considered, their interaction of... how can I put it? Their philosophy about money, how to spend it, how much is too much and how little is too little, seem to even be on the same wavelength. Things like day in and day out, daily life. And it seems that even the daily life is the most sexy. you know, is the sexiest for you. Let me crown the reading here by casting the runes and see what they can add. My. It is by no means smooth sailing, because it will require you to go deep into yourself. There's a certain amount, Aries, of devil-may-care attitude, of free spirit nature that you have with you. This is going to, quite simply, I said it was not smooth sailing, but it will be in this period, because you understand the importance of going deep, and it is the depth of your consideration in that relationship that will reward you your lightness of being. Such lovely runes. We have Bjork, Berkana next to Manats. It is just the beginning of a face-to-face relationship. I mean, these are two wunyos facing each other. They're two pieces. Two people enjoy facing each other, singing harmony and love for humanity, the birth of harmony. Now, I'm seeing Kinats like this. It's not bright stave, it's not murk stave, but it's like this. And that means that the jury is still out as to whether you both know what is going to happen. It's as if you have an inkling, you know that there is a nature to your madness. There's a method to your madness on both parties. And you know the importance of you coming together. It says you cannot avoid it. This is what Thurisats is saying. You cannot avoid that. All right, we want to say timing. Yara's telling you, give it time. Don't even think about time. Ladies and gentlemen, Yara right over the Wheel of Fortune. Don't even think of timing and time as a factor, as an issue. Just leave that at the door. But the spiritual nature of the passion, it is sensual. There's a heat, there's a passion, there's sweat, need, which is fundamental for the love. It's a language of love that you are going to start learning. And that too has its quotidianità, that has its day in and day out nature. And I'm not saying you have to go to bed every day, but there is something about the sensual side to the party's interaction that will become part of your daily life. Diag. It's just a lovely message, Diag. What is this? This is the success in harmony together. Look at the similarity of these. And you'll understand that there's joy in being together. Namaste, ladies and gentlemen. Aries, what a lovely message. And how can you go wrong with something like this? Namaste, ladies and gentlemen. Until we read together again. Bye-bye.